Creating your instructional vision shouldn't be a democracy, but it shouldn't be a dictatorship either. And not every voice should be weighted equally. Now, I know that can feel uncomfortable because in schools, we value collaboration. We value voice. We want everyone to feel heard. And all of that matters. But when it comes to vision, especially instructional vision, how we handle voice actually matters a lot more than what the voices are even saying. Hi, I'm Ashley, former school principal and current founder and CEO of Equidyme, where we support school and system leaders to stop talking about equity and start designing instructional systems that guarantee it instead. And I created this series to help school and district leaders just like you take clear, practical steps to improve outcomes for kids every single day. Let's get to it. So in the last couple of videos, we've been talking about vision. And specifically, I laid out the difference between vision with an uppercase V and vision with a lowercase v. As a reminder, capital V vision is what you say you believe, whereas lowercase vision is what shows up in classrooms. And for that lowercase v vision to be consistent, somebody has to protect it. What I see a lot of leaders do is treat their vision statements like a fully democratic process. Everyone in the school weighs in on everything all the time. All perspectives are treated as equal. And again, voice matters. If you know me, you know how deeply I believe in people's voice. But here's the problem. When everything is open to opinions and interpretation, no decisions are made. Nothing becomes clear. And when your vision isn't clear, it can't show up consistently. So this is where a lot of people confuse equity and equality. Equity doesn't mean every voice is weighted equally in every decision. It means we're intentional about whose voices we center, whose experiences we prioritize, and what students actually need. Because historically, the system hasn't done that. So if we treat every voice the same, we often reproduce the exact same equity issues that we're trying to solve. Strong leaders do something different. They gather input from multiple perspectives, they listen deeply, they pay attention to patterns, but then they make decisions, period. They codify the vision and streamline what they're hearing aligned to research. And then they make that clear. They make it actionable. Because without that, the system stays fragmented and change can't wait for everybody to agree. So vision isn't a dictatorship. It's not one person deciding in isolation, but it's also not a free-for-all. It's co-constructed, but leader protected. That's the balance. Because once the instructional vision is clear, leaders are responsible for making sure it actually shows up. It should show up in coaching, in feedback, in planning, in classrooms. And that only happens when the vision is clear, shared, and consistently held. So think about your own school. When it comes to your instructional vision, are you prioritizing consensus or are you prioritizing clarity? And how might that be impacting what shows up in classrooms? Again, leaders don't own the vision, but they do own its integrity. In the next video, we're gonna talk about how to actually build an instructional vision that moves from what's happening now to what should be happening in classrooms. Let's keep going.